Hi, I'm Kelly Wirtz, Four Legs Up Barbecue, and welcome to Nex-Tech Pitmaster. Today, on this video, we're going to show you how to do steaks on our Louisiana grill at 525 degrees. So let's go ahead and get some on. Let me get a glove on here first. We've got our grill on, good and preheated. What we got is some New York strips. And notice how we put these on. We're going to put them on at about a 45-degree angle. Do you hear that sound? The sound of the sizzle. What that's telling us is when I hear that sizzle, I know my grill's hot enough to do what I really want it to do. And that's give me some good grill marks, give me some good browning action going on. That's why I like running steaks, burgers, that kind of thing, as high a temperature as I can get without getting a bunch of flame ups. And that on our LG series grills is right around 525 degrees. Also, what I'm going to do here is set my timer on my phone for 3 minutes. And then in 3 minutes we're going to rotate them to give us that nice cross-hatched look. And then about 2 minutes we're going to flip them. We should have a 16-ounce steak done in about 6 minutes. A 16-ounce ribeye New York strip is actually what we've got today here. I've already seasoned up just about an hour or so ago. The steak, you know, if you're using a lot of salt on it, you don't want to season them up too much more than about right before they go on, not much more than about an hour ahead of time. Anyway, back to our grill. Really what we're looking for is to cook them as hot as we can, as fast as we can without getting a bunch of flame ups. That's what they do in the big steak restaurants, anywhere else. You know, big steak restaurant, they're throwing them on the char griller, getting the outside seared off, and then they're putting them in a pan, throwing them in the oven where that oven's running about 500–600 degrees to get them to cook as fast as they can, but not overcooked. And why do we do that? Why are we looking at trying to run that high a temperature? It's to get the browning action going. We've got to get to that 500-degree range to make that browning action work, to get the meat proteins to convert over to sugars, which will actually caramelize on the outside. That's what's happening. So it's going to give us our grill marks. That's what's going to give us our nice color on the outside. That's what's going to give us a lot of flavor. You know, if you want just a baked steak, you know, if you want to run them at 300 degrees, make a baked steak, that's fine. That's more power to you. I want my steaks with some color on them. If I don't, I'll eat a prime rib, because that's basically what you've got then at that point, especially with a ribeye, is basically a baked steak. The other thing that we're looking for at that temperature range, especially with our Louisiana grills with the arched grease tray in there, all that grease dripping down on that grease tray, then that grease tray is nice and hot. We're getting the grease to vaporize and get that back up in our airstream, because we are convection cooking with the small holes in our exhaust back here. That's getting that flavor from that vaporized grease back into our back on our steak, just giving us a lot more of that flavor. Let's see where we're at. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and there we go. Now we're just going to rotate these 180 degrees to give us some cross-hatched grill marks. There we go. Now about 2 minutes. I moved the steaks on this side over to the other side. They weren't cooking quite as fast, so I moved them over to the other side, up towards the hopper end where it's a little bit hotter. That way I can get them to cook a little bit more even. Louisiana grills, just like any other grill, there's some hot spots and some spots that aren't as hot. We're a little bit warmer up here on this end because the grease tray is real close to the grate itself, where it's going to be closer to the food. And we're also a little bit warmer down here because the air from the fire pot's coming down this way and then getting into our convection cooking mode. So what that's doing for us then, that convection cooking, now with all that air we've got moving in there, is also helping to cook our steak faster, help us to get more browning, more flavor going on. By the time we're going to flip these then, here in about a minute, we're going to flip and we're going to run about a minute after that, because you'll notice the top of the steak's almost already cooked. We just need to flip it to get it to set up just a little bit more. And what I'm going for is a medium rare. If you want to go for a medium steak, it's going to be about 6 to 7 minutes. Even a well done isn't going to be much. Well, who cooks a steak well done? I don't. So we're getting close. About 17 seconds left. Okay, you can see now, you can see the smoke starting to come. We're getting a lot of the fat coming off the outside edge of the steak. That's that flavor now coming off of that grease tray. We're getting back up in that airstream there. There, now we've got nice color. We're almost done. We've got nice grill marks. That's in about 5 minutes. So we're going to let that run for about another minute here. Now, yes, you could utilize the flame broiler on the Louisiana grill to do your steaks, and you're more than welcome to do that if you want to. One of the issues I found with that, you've only got room for about 2 steaks at a time. So you've got to flame broil a couple steaks, set those back over here if you got more, and just keep rotating them through. This is still the way I like doing steaks on our Louisiana grill. Still gives me the best product I can get. So I think we're going to be pretty close. Yep. They are just about there. Let me get some foil out. Use my phone to hold the foil down. Now you all know that you get a new plate or a new piece of foil out for your steaks or your burgers that are already done, right? Before you take them back in the house. That way we're not transferring bacteria or anything from our raw meat foil or the raw meat plate. You just know that, right? Just say yes and you'll get new foil and new plate. We got our steaks done. How do those look? That's what I'm looking for. Nice and brown. We got some nice grill marks on them. We're going to let these set, let them rest, wrap them in foil, and we're going to have a nice medium rare to medium steak when we're done here pretty quickly. Well, that's how we do our steaks on our Louisiana grill at 525 degrees for that nice brown, good flavorful outside, nice beefy taste on the inside. That's what we're shooting for. We're going to go enjoy these steaks here in just a little bit. Wish you could join us, but join us next time for the next videos on Nex-Tech Pitmaster.